Well, Modigga, your second interview already. You guys you just started and you're already hitting the screen as often as possible. But you had a really good day today. After the interview you said on Monday, you were feeling a little bit like just needing to catch up to speed, just calling a lot of intel for your team. It looked like today you were putting a lot more gunning down.
No, I felt a little more comfortable. I got my first play under my belt, you know what I mean? So, just flying through. So, yeah, just focusing.
Definitely looking very good. It also looked like this time maybe they were calling out a bit more intel for you instead of you calling out a lot more intel for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I actually knew where people were this time. So I was like, okay, so since I know where they are, I'm going to peek them. So, yeah.
How are you feeling in that collect situation, especially the one where you had to kill the last two players and Pojo just finished planting?
How I felt that I needed to rotate earlier, and I was like, dang, bro, like everyone died on site. And I was, just puffing my way back to the site, and then they just were there for me, you know what I mean? I saw both of them, so yeah. It was good timing.
I thought it was interesting too that you guys specifically played the Echo a whole lot and worked in your favor quite a few times, especially.
Yep.
But it didn't seem like they took advantage of it. Were you guys specifically hoping that you were going to be able to play the Echo and just drop that last ban the way you did, because it seemed like they weren't ready to play it at all?
No, yeah, I thought they were gonna play Echo, but they didn't. So I don't know. I mean, we just banned what we banned, and then they just never played it. So. We played IQ, and then they just picked off of it. And then after that, we just realized they weren't playing Echo. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to bring Twitch.
It seemed to work out pretty well for you, especially joining there towards the end. Definitely a good choice. And obviously the F2, a pretty lethal gun, seemed like you were able to take advantage of quite a bit.
Of course, yep, exactly. Yep, that gun's busted. It's good.
It was interesting, too, that despite the back and forth, you guys didn't seem to want to switch over to Bar or Penthouse, despite Mirror being available as well. Were you guys just feeling like you could make the adaptations you needed to make those sites work? Or were you just like, well, let's just stick to our primary, to our strengths?
No, yeah, we were just adapting, you know what I mean? We saw what they were pushing. We knew, the weak points, obviously, in their attacks, and then we just exploited it. So, yeah, we just kept with, we just played our game. We didn't think too much about what they were thinking, right? We were just playing our game, doing our stuff, keeping it simple. So yeah.
Right on. Did you feel like they were able to adapt to you guys a fair bit as well, forcing some more adaptation out of you guys?
Yeah, when we were on defense, it was they were able to adapt pretty well. But when we were on attack, that map's more of attacker favored, it seems like. So at least that's just what every team looks like when they play it. So we got on attack and we were pretty dominant. So that was good.
Well, anything you want to say to your growing fan base as well as the fan base of EG before we sign off here?
Yeah. So everyone wanted to know if I was queuing for ranked that one interview, and we're about to queue for ranked. And then another thing is, I don't know who calls me mod, but somebody calls me mod. It's Mo. Simply Mo. Just Mo. You know what I mean? If you don't want to say my name, just Mo is just super simple. You know what I mean? Mod is like, I don't really like it. But and then I would just like to say thank you for everybody, showing up to support us. I appreciate it. We're just going to keep practicing, obviously, keep doing what we're doing, just focusing up, good or bad games, win or loss. We're just going to keep on grinding, and I have a lot of faith in this team. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations to your second win in a row already coming onto the team here.
Appreciate
we look forward to some more interviews with you, I imagine, in the future. But you have a good rest of your night, and look forward to enjoy the rest of the matches.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Peace out.
Well, Troy, good to see you back here, but with a different team. So I was starting to wonder if we would get you on camera or not, and good to see you again. How are you feeling now that you've got your groove down with the team?
Pretty good so far. I think right away our team kind of clicked. Obviously, there's always kind of growing pains when joining a new team. You have to figure some things out, especially when I'm coming in, becoming their IGL, when I'm the new member of the team. That definitely takes some time to get used to. So, I think right away we played really well, though, even at DreamHack Montreal. Obviously didn't have a standout performance there, but I think we did play really well, especially considering the time we had together and what we're trying to build here. So, and then against Rogue, I still think we played really well. We kind of threw a big round, and then that ended up costing us in the long run. But overall, it's been so far so good.
Well, I think you just need to get it kind of into things it hazed a little bit in terms of having to have a draw right away, just because that's the SSG way, it seems, unfortunately. But speaking of your IGLing, is that something that you feel has started to kind of get in the right place? Because I know you might even have differences in call-outs and things like that, coming from being on a team with the same people for so long and coming into a team that's also been together for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that was something we got into right away, like changing callouts and stuff like that. Like, that's part of joining a new team. So right away, they kind of ran me through the maps and stuff like that. As far as being the IGL, I think it's nothing really new to me. I think SSG does have more of a system and structure in place with how like the strats are ran and just how the game is played in terms of style than we had on EG. And I think it's a bit better for an IGL like myself to fit in there because a lot of the basic things are already taken care of, and then I can just throw in my opinion and ideas on adaptions and mid-round plays and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, it's good. I'm glad to hear it's working out. Obviously, that does take a little bit of time, but it definitely seemed like you guys were on point with it today. But obviously, when a new player comes into the team, especially taking over the role of another player, in this case, you kind of replacing Bosco on entry, how has that been working out in terms of that small role change there to be able to allow him to play a little bit differently, to have you play a little bit more what maybe you're accustomed to?
Yeah, I think it works out really well. Bosco, his decision-making fits in perfectly to play roles like Smoke and like Thermite. I think in the past they've always kind of just wanted to put him on a role with more impacts, but I think we feel now that like he doesn't necessarily have to do that, and he can play the hard breach and that kind of stuff. And it kind of, I think it keeps the pace of our rounds on point because just the role honestly suits him perfectly. I know it's not what he played in the past, but it actually does suit him very well.
Well, it definitely seemed to today, although I do think it was a little bit of the Thinking Age show sometimes towards the end there. Either way, though, definitely great support, it seems like, on the team. I got a question, though, in terms of Border being in the map. That's a map we don't see a whole lot. Was that what you guys were intending to play today, or is that just kind of how the map bans went down?
I mean, yeah, it was a map we expected. I guess, yeah, it's how the map bans went down. That's kind of always the case, I suppose, but... yeah, we kind of expected it to be one of the maps. We had a pool of maps that we expected to play against Rec, and Border was one of them. We thought it was the most likely. So.
Oh. Well, I mean, you don't have to reveal too much on this, but I mean, you guys had Armory Lockers as your third bomb site, it seemed, which I thought was an interesting choice. What's the reason behind having that not be one of your two primary?
I wouldn't necessarily say it wasn't our primary. Like it was just the opening rotation. That was all.
Okay.
Just kind of a mind game thing. Just seeing what we can do with the opening rotation, but yeah, I wouldn't say it wasn't our primary because we ended up running it, I think, the most or second most. We only ran customs twice as well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We ran them all. We ran them all plenty.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Obviously, you have to consider what your opponent's going to expect and things like that, not just the bomb sites you want to play per se. So,
yeah,
is there anything you want to say to your fans though? Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, I was just saying we were just kind of feeling things out to see how they were playing and what site was most suitable against them. As far as, for my fans, thank you for all the support, and thank you for all the fans that have continued to support me after leaving EG. It's been overwhelming how much support I've received. It's been nothing but positive stuff, so it's been great. Thank you to all the new fans of mine, I guess, since I've joined SSG, and just happy to be a part of the team, and hope we can build something that everyone will be proud of in the long run.
Well, congrats on your first win with SSG. I'm sure it won't be the last, and you guys seem like you're creeping towards maybe having a shot at being in Japan, so look forward to you guys continuing to work towards that, and you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good to say. Well, hello there, Hyena. How are you doing tonight? You guys had a pretty good match there to go the way you guys were expecting?
Yeah, I mean, it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, I assume, were planning for that map potentially?
Yeah, we had it narrowed down to like 2 maps.
How are you guys feeling so far about Factor joining the team? He seemed to have a pretty decent day Monday and definitely was top fragging today.
Yeah, Factor's, I mean, he's everything we expected and more. I mean, he just brings a lot of confidence to the team, which I feel like we were lacking, especially at LAN. I feel like, he's not afraid to, he's vocal and he's not afraid to like do things if he sees an opening. So we're very happy with him so far.
How's it affected the whole team in terms of the dynamic and role changes and stuff like that?
I wouldn't say it necessarily like affects the dynamic that much. I mean, we're all pretty good friends with him, so we knew like how he played. So we kind of just put him on Pixel's roles, and it's really just his play style that affects how the rest of us play.
Well, that's good. I mean, you guys definitely had some pretty good rounds there, but I got to ask about the round that you guys played Gym Bedroom and didn't reinforce the other side of the jacuzzi wall, and then spent all that time opening up the entire gym wall. What was the thinking there, or was some of that unintentional?
Yeah, so we had only scrimmed this map once or twice, I think, with Factor, and he didn't forget his reinforcements, but like he didn't remember, and he asked, and someone accidentally like told him that he was supposed to reinforce something else. So there was a little bit of confusion there. But we were supposed to have jacuzzi wall reinforced.
Well, it definitely wasn't something that worked out for you there. But were you guys also prepared for it to be the Thatcher ban and to be able to play against that, or was it unexpected?
I mean, we've played Sonics on club a lot. I wouldn't say it was expected, but like we know how to play without Thatcher.
Well, that's good to hear. Anything you would like to say to your fans out there, especially now that Luminosity has even more of a potential shot here at Japan?
No, just thanks for the support. I mean, we really appreciate it. It's our first win in a while, and we're pretty happy. It's unfortunate, with all the like ESL stuff going on with Sonics, but we hope that everything works out and they'll be back.
Cool. Well, we hope everything works out for you guys as well. Congratulations on your win, and hopefully this is going to be the start of you guys being able to bring things back with the roster change. But we look forward to some future play days with you guys, and in the meantime, enjoy the win.
Yep, thank you. Have a good night.
The potential trip to Japan here, still wearing his gold chain there, looking good. It wasn't weighing you down, thankfully, as you had a very good match, I would say.
Thank you, Emzo. Yeah, definitely not weighing me down.
You guys have been having a very good run of it this season. What do you think has changed to really make you guys, I mean, it's not like a roster change or anything like that. You guys just been playing very well. What would you guys attribute that to?
You did say roster change, that wasn't it, but also, picking up Paul was a huge boost of confidence for us. Paul's a really, really good player. We're lucky to have him on the squad, but overall, things we've been working on is communication. Communication for us has been a big factor on where, like, looking back at previous seasons, we think it really hurt our performance, and that's something we've been focusing on a lot is communication. Other than that, just grinding every single day, trying to become a better team, and our hard work is definitely paying off, I'd say.
It definitely seems like it. You guys are obviously looking pretty locked in for Japan, I would think. I mean, is that something you guys have been looking forward to in terms of thinking you would get there from the beginning of the season when it was announced where it would be?
Oh, definitely. Japan would be an amazing experience for all of us, but we're just taking it game by game, not really looking for the future. So we got we've won this game, now it's time to just focus on the next game, and hopefully if we just keep doing that, we'll make it there. So
definitely look like it so far. I got to ask, especially since it was very effective the last couple rounds there, what was the decision making behind bringing out the Blackbeard, something that obviously you hadn't seen too much of this season?
Yeah, we think Rogue is a really aggressive team, and they like to take a lot of one-on-one engagements, and Blackbeard is really good at isolating those aggressive players. So there was times where Mint made a call. He's like, hey, Nyx, just take Blackbeard here, maybe Slash will peek you, and we coordinated plays around them to trying to take one-on-one gunfights, and it worked. So isolated the fights, and Blackbeard was really strong in those engagements. So
good to know there was some logic behind it too, and it wasn't just leaning on a shield on your face. But anything you want to say to, and I know this has been like the millionth interview for you, but to all your fans out there, especially now that you sit very high atop the throne?
It's same old. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the fans out there. Hopefully you guys are sticking with us throughout this entire season. We're really grateful to have you, so thanks for the support.
Well, thank you for putting on a very good show, and I imagine potentially putting on a good show in the finals as well, but of course plenty more matches to go, and we look forward to seeing you guys continue to play very well. But have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, you too, Emza.